a very exciting age we're in this age of information and this age of whistleblowers. We're having so many people come to light and reporting on the corruption that's gone on in the upper echelons of, our governmental and corporate systems. And every single topic you could think about, whether it's corruption within the banking system, whether whistleblowers are coming out in regards to the pedophilia and Pizzagate scandals, all the whistleblowers coming out with the UFO issue and the suppression of zero-point energy, like every single topic is just getting blown wide open. So it's awesome. And what I wanted to do is shine some limelight in this video on the topic of all of the dead holistic doctors that we've had over the past 1.5 to 2 years. And Erin at Health Nut News has done a fantastic job reporting on this past couple of years. She is Dr. Mercola's better half, and she's done a great job shining the light on this stuff, and I just want to report about it even a little bit more in case any of you guys weren't quite aware of what's gone on and all the skullduggery associated with it. So it really began in 2015, mid-2015. There was a doctor that passed away. He was found with a gunshot to his chest. His name was Dr. Bradstreet, and this guy was a very renowned vaccine researcher. What he was doing was actually, he helped over 1,000 patients with what's called the GCMAF protein. This is a protein that's it's like an immunotherapy. It actually strengthens your immune system, and he was using it with a lot of different patients. He was found with a shot in his chest. Now, what I believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt in my mind, is that he obviously was suppressed, but with this immunotherapy, what I think happened is that Big Pharma wanted to suppress it because they wanted their own pharmaceutically funded immunotherapies on the market, the ones that are really expensive, that are coming on the market to take over chemotherapy, because people are waking up to how bad chemo and radiation is. So pharma is funding their own immunotherapy avenues of cancer targeting, and they want all the other ones that aren't on their payroll suppressed. So that's what they did in his case, and that's what they did in probably a few of the other cases of these holistic doctors. Now, throughout the rest of 2015 and the rest of 2016, we also saw many more mysterious deaths. And many of them were not only working with this GCMAF protein, but they were also, according to reports, some of them began finding how various vaccines were intentionally infected with a cancer-causing enzyme called Nagalase. Nagalase is produced in all of our bodies by cancer cells. So when we have a cancerous cell, it produces this enzyme that suppresses our immune system. And many of these holistic doctors were probably trying to blow the whistle on what they found out here, and were then targeted by the pharmaceutical industry. So we had the pharmaceutical industry targeting the doctors that were trying to blow the whistle on the suppression of the immune system, but also the doctors that were trying to help people build up their immune system. So, I mean, we quite literally have our Big Pharma suppressing the health right there. Because remember, there's no money in a healthy person. There's no money in a dead person. There's only money in sick people. So it's the old adage of our sick care system. And that's what they're trying to do. Keep people sick by suppressing all the researchers, all the evidence, all the science that will help people realize their full potential. Happens to all the researchers that try to help humanity. Not only the vaccine and cancer researchers, but the zero-point energy researchers, right? Scientists in every field. So it's absurd, which is why I really want to report on the suppression of all the stuff that's gone on, because we have to look at it. We have to see the reality of the situation to then, hopefully it'll piss off some people enough to start making a difference. And yeah, throughout 2015, 2016, and even up to now, the Age of Autism editor, the editor of the Age of Autism website, fantastic Yale-trained investigative researcher, his name was Dan Holmstead. He was found dead, and authorities have yet to comment on his cause of death as of the end of January, a month ago, just about a month ago. So many of them die under mysterious circumstances. And I even want to point out a couple more people in this video, a couple more very mysterious instances of how weird these deaths are. So we had Bradstreet in mid-2015. Also in mid-2015, we had another doctor named Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez. The interview he did literally right before his death, he said that he thought Big Pharma wanted him to get hit by a truck. So he knew they were out for him. No question in my mind that his death was not accidental. September 2015, a man named Dr. Mitch Gaynor was found dead, and it was ruled, again, a suicide, right? They all get suicided. And he was actually on Russia Today not long before his death. And right after his death, the co-founder of Russia Today was found dead in a Washington, D.C. hotel. I don't know if you remember that. That was kind of a big story that blew up in the mainstream. But right before that Russia Today co-founder was found dead, they interviewed this doctor who was probably, that was maybe one of the reasons. We can all speculate here, but it's maybe one of the reasons that Russia Today co-founder was found dead. So anyway, that was weird. Weird circumstantial things there. January 2016, in my home state here, a man named Dr. John Marshall was found dead floating in the Spokane River. He was a fourth-generation Marine trained in survival skills and a very fit man, and somehow authorities said that, yeah, he must have slipped into the river and died by accident. It's pretty weird. And lastly, early 2016, a cancer researcher, his name was Professor Alan Clark, was found dead hanging from a tree in a rubber bodysuit, ruled an accident. Because it's quite often that I accidentally slip into a rubber bodysuit and then accidentally hang myself from a tree. So, I don't know, that honestly sounds kind of ritualistic to me. So, anyway, there's a couple examples of many of the mysterious circumstances surrounding these doctors' deaths. Many families actually end up hiring their own investigators to investigate these deaths because the authorities usually rush out an answer that they usually call suicide or accidental, but it's always BS pretty much in every case. Now, I don't doubt that maybe some of these deaths might have been a legitimate accidental death, but the majority of them, in my mind, are not. And there's so many just weird circumstances revolving around many of them that there's an obvious suppression going on by the pharmaceutical industry to suppress whatever knowledge these guys had. Apparently with that GCMAF protein, that Nagel's enzyme, whatever else they were researching as well, because I can give many, many more instances of doctors before this time who were suppressed for their research. We had Dr. Max Gerson, Dr. Brzezinski, Dr. Royal Rife, Dr. Hoxie, so many different names. So anyway, that's all the dead holistic doctors, kind of the story behind that. And hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching my reporting. Support as you feel necessary. Share this information and stay tuned. Peace.